What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Hello everyone. Welcome to Under Construction. In today's video, you will discover: what do men honestly think about when they see beautiful women? What men wish women knew about the way they think? And the difference of how men see and think about women versus how women see and think about men. Let's get started. Sean Kingston's debut album, Beautiful Girls, from 2007, featured the first lines of a song about a girl he thought was too attractive and made him believe their relationship would never work out. He wasn't wrong, because this is one of the first thoughts that a man has when he sees a very attractive woman walking down the street. It goes without saying, and numerous studies have proven it, that when a man sees a beautiful girl, he has many thoughts, whether they are sexual or simply ones of admiration for the lovely woman they see. Yes, I understand what you're thinking. Sleeping with her is obviously one of them, but there isn't much you can do about it because both genders have these thoughts from time to time. It is the way humans are, according to basic psychology. However, there is much more to learn about how we think, and you will see what I mean in the following section of the video. Some of the items mentioned may be familiar to you, while others may be unfamiliar, but there is no way you can know them all, unless you are a very intelligent man. So stay tuned, because today we will discuss 15 things that men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 15. What about her stunning beauty? As they watch a beautiful woman cross the street, men are naturally taken aback by her stunning appearance. And keep in mind that we're talking about beautiful here, not sexy, even though she may have a hot body. Depending on his preferences, a man's mind will remember some specific characteristics of the female subject. This could be the smile, the lips, or even the cheeks for some. The majority of men, however, are captivated by a woman's eye or hair. They say that the eyes are the windows to the soul, and they're not wrong. The body language of the eyes can convey more information than the body as a whole. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 14. How will she be in bed? That is what both sexes will think about when they see a desirable potential mate in front of them. Despite the fact that men are known for having strong primal urges. As a result, they will immediately imagine the girl naked and, if they are a little kinkier, fantasize about having sex with her. It's a natural instinct, and any man who claims otherwise is simply lying. I don't want to be misogynistic, but believe me when I say, I, too, am a man. If we could only look at one thing for hours, it would be the majestic curves of a woman's body. Please, ladies, don't play the victim. You probably think the same thing when you see a handsome man. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 13. Her beauty drew immediate admiration. It is difficult not to be amazed when we see a beautiful piece of craftsmanship, whether it is a product or a tall skyscraper. When you consider how hard someone must have worked to achieve that, you naturally feel filled with admiration. However, it is not always a manufactured or constructed object. Sometimes it's just a pretty woman passing you on the street that you admire. It is a blessing to be surrounded by beauty in all of its forms. So, even men, when they see a nice girl, do not only think about sex, but also about her appearance. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 12. Is she married? Is she single? You liked her when you first met her, and you'd like to pursue a romantic relationship with her. There's only one flaw in this meticulously planned strategy. There's a chance she's already dating someone else. You are now ready to depart. But what if such a person exists? You will come across as a jerk if you try to enter a relationship with a third party. But perhaps they were already planning to split up when it hit you and you were thrown back into reality. It's unfortunate that she left your sight while you were still thinking about her. This is a true story about every man out there. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 11. How should I approach her? When men talk about a pretty girl who passes them by, this is probably the first thing that comes to mind. You have to think quickly and decide whether to talk to her or let her go about her business. Guys will think long and hard about how to approach a woman. Simply go say hello or begin with a brilliant and well thought out quote he discovered last night while relaxing on Facebook. Unfortunately, most guys are too shy to even try or are afraid of being rejected, so they don't even try and the opportunity is lost. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 10. What if she turns me down? Consider a man mustering the courage to approach a beautiful woman about going on a date. It's fine if she says no, but many men are too timid to even approach a woman once, because they are concerned about being rejected. We believe that, and answering the venerable question makes us feel embarrassed. It is normal for a man to be rejected numerous times throughout his life. Although not every woman will like you, a large percentage of those you ask out will. Simply confront your fear and approach the woman. When we see a beautiful woman, all of these thoughts run through our heads. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 9, some people consider completely useless things. What if I told you that sometimes when a man sees a beautiful woman, he thinks of something completely unrelated to her? This can happen in a variety of situations. Perhaps the woman you saw reminded you of your ex, or you saw the dress she was wearing on display a while ago. Maybe you're just too shy, so you divert your attention away from her to think about something unrelated to her. The point is that a man's attention cannot be fully captured by a woman's appearance alone because his mind can easily wander to other topics. Fortunately, our human memory span is relatively short, and we don't remember every nice female we see on the street. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 8, is she really as beautiful as she appears to be? Okay, she appears to be beautiful, but is she? You are aware that there is a computer program called Photoshop that allows you to edit photos to an extreme degree. Yes, the name of the real-life equivalent of this program is makeup. And it works wonders if used correctly, because if not, a woman may end up looking like the clown from the circus. I believe that women are beautiful just the way they are, and that a little makeup is all that is required. But that's just my opinion. I am not opposed to concealing your acne or a single pimple. I'm a guy, and I do the same thing on occasion. However, some girls overuse it, which does not look good on most occasions. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 7, is she interested in me? Will she like me in the long run? They obviously did their job because you seem to like what you see. What about her though? Can she have the same experience? Someone can fall in love with a single glance. It happens to almost everyone at some point in their lives, but what do? They simply assumed that the woman they saw dancing in the club did not reciprocate their feelings. That is something that everyone considers on a daily basis, not just for a random stranger they saw waiting for the traffic light to cross the street, but also for many of their acquaintances. Unfortunately, the majority of men choose to back down and miss out on opportunities to act while they are still available. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 6, wonder what her personality is like. The way a girl looks or who she is can reveal a lot about her true self. According to studies, a person's clothing color can convey a variety of messages. The color red, for example, is associated with love and passion for roses. This extends to clothing, as someone dressed in red may appear to have more sex appeal. Wearing jumpers and sweaters may indicate that she is shy. Furthermore, the company of a beautiful girl may indicate that she enjoys taking advantage of others. Everyone has seen that group of girls who all have supermodel looks. Don't get me wrong, they could all be really good friends, but when I see something like this, I immediately think they're doing it to get someone's attention. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 5, it all depends on your perspective. All men have favorable positions in which they prefer to see women, which influences what sex positions they prefer. As a result, when he sees a beautiful woman, each man will have a unique perspective. If she walks towards him, he will almost certainly notice her looks or a little below her breasts. If she walks in the same direction as him and passes by, he will notice her hair or her ass. It always depends on the guy, some prefer different bodies more than others. But, come on, who doesn't appreciate a nice shaped ass when it passes by? Even women can behave this way toward men at times. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 4, what is her typical behavior like? Sure, every guy, heterosexual or not, will find a beautiful girl attractive the moment he sees her, but there is more to it than meets the eye. Don't judge a book by its cover, they say, and most of the time they are correct. When she speaks, does she yell? Is she being impolite to those around her? When we meet a beautiful woman, the first thing we notice is her appearance. A bad person, on the other hand, can be a huge turn-off for us men. As a result, if you're a woman, remember to be yourself and not pretend, because we can tell when you're pretending to be someone you're not. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 3, she is too good for me. Despite the fact that we like her and she likes us back, we frequently use that excuse to avoid asking her out. Because that's what we imagine when we see you lovely ladies, out and about, and wonder how we should approach you. It is easy for a man to convince himself that a woman is too good for him and then back out. It's the most straightforward solution. Women, like men, do this when they want to end a relationship. Consider asking a woman out on a date. Nonetheless, there are times when we truly believe that this is the case and that the woman is too good for us. I've had the same experience. But that is not a good way to think. So we try not to think about it too much and instead just ask you out. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 2, daydreaming about her. When a stunning woman walks in front of us, our minds immediately start tripping over unrealistic thoughts and crazy ideas. What if she turned out to be my girlfriend? What if we were to get married? I'm curious what our children would look like. I'm sure they'd take many characteristics from me. But keep in mind that these are the mild ones, because crazy is just crazy, no need to elaborate. The thing is, if the woman you saw made an especially strong impression on you, it is expected that you will think about her for several days and thus fantasize about more and more things each time she crosses your mind. What men actually think about when seeing beautiful women. Number 1, become fearful of her beauty. Relationships nowadays are like basketball games. When discussing potential partners, people frequently use phrases like "that would be a good rebound" and "I wouldn't pass up that opportunity." The phrase "she's out of my league" is what we're talking about here. If you're not familiar with the term, it simply means that a man thinks the woman he's interested in is far more attractive than he is. Every man has had that thought at some point in his life, and unfortunately, most of the time it comes true. But if a man has class and knows how to treat a woman, there are no boundaries for him. As you work to build a better, greater version of yourself, click here to see the video that you might find entertaining. As soon as I upload a new video, you can be notified by subscribing to the channel and pressing the notification bell. If you want to see more of this type of content, please click the like button and share it with your friends and family. Here is your question of the day. What attracts a man to a woman long term? Leave your answer in the comments section below, or any other outlining factors, to help this community flourish. Thank you for taking the time to watch Under Construction.